Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life in Flux. This is Chris, and this is my very special Scientology episode. If you've ever wondered what it's like to live right next to Scientology, this is the episode to watch. So, I'll be talking about other things, but that's really the marquee part of this episode. And without further ado, let's begin. During this pandemic, we're usually led to believe that there's almost no job opportunities. But as I've gone searching through ZipRecruiter or Career Builder or even Craigslist, I found a whole lot of jobs. Problem is, some of them are fake jobs. And I actually had two fake job interviews. One was on Telegram and one was on Zoom. And the crux of it is they get you to chat with them so that you're not actually doing a live video on Zoom like you would do if you were working for a company and they all have you on those squares, and it's like the Brady Bunch. So anyways, yeah, they have you do a chat session, and then they have you go through a series of questions. Some of them seem job related, other ones are kind of bizarre in my opinion. But then they have you wait for like 20 minutes at the end of it. And then, surprise, surprise, you're hired. But like, they make it sound like, no, you're hired, you're working for us now, you have no choice in it. Guess what? The people up top have said you're hired, so now you're employed. That's not how it works. And some of these fakers are pretty elaborate. Like, they pretend to be HR people from the actual company. If you go to the website, you find these people's names, you search in social media, and they actually do pop up as real people. And so the only way I found out on this one interview was at the end. I was on the website and they said, before any training or anything, you have to go through this elaborate background check. And that's not what the recruiter person said. They said, oh, we'll train you first, and then we'll do the background check. And that's when I knew this was totally bogus. Oh yeah, and they lure you with this insane amount of like money. But I didn't go through the math, and then during the interview, I'm like, wait, if let me calculate this amount per hour per year. Wait, they're gonna pay me over 100 grand to do data entry? That doesn't seem right. Let me check the website. But so yeah, so my thing is you should definitely go to the websites, but they may still have those bases covered. So I would say if the pay seems unreasonably high, just assume it's a scam. And I've gotten a lot that were like emails where they say they want to hire you, and you haven't even applied. So those ones, definitely just forget about those. But there are some where you do apply, and then they go and bring you through this whole thing. And I would say if it's a chat session, it's probably a scam. If they don't get you on the phone, or at least do like a video chat, it's probably a scam. So you should just move on. And yeah, oh, and here's a couple samples I'll leave you with, so you can, if you get one of these, you'll know for sure that this is a total scam. Around last fall, I decided to start the keto craze. I had gained a lot of weight during the merger process at my company, and After that, I lost a good amount of weight, but I really wanted to slim down and just like use the pandemic to really just recharge and start things anew. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to get that weight off finally. So I came across a few keto videos on YouTube, and I'm like, maybe I'll try this just for a little while. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I can just go back, try something else. So I didn't really fully commit to it. And then after, let's see, a month or so, I actually finally got a scale. Before then, I was just trying to gauge my progress by like how it was fitting in clothes, and I noticed, I'm feeling a lot better in this shirt. Oh my goodness, it's actually getting big on me. So then I just continued on, and since I've been tracking it, I've lost about 30 pounds. So it's been pretty successful. And but there is one thing you need to be aware of. Yeah, there's no other way to really say this, but there's constipation issues. Yeah. So if that's a deal breaker for you, I understand. But if you still want to try it, I would suggest different supplements. I've been going to like various supplements to try and get all my nutrients, because once you take like a lot of the carbs out, you get a lot of different nutrients depending on which carbs you get. And when you lose it and you don't replenish enough of that, then it causes issues. Also, I had started eating a lot of cheese, and apparently that's a potential issue. So I would say just take it easy on the cheese and get some supplements. I've now gone to like a daily vitamin that has like a whole bunch of different vitamins, but stuff with like I would say magnesium, iron. Just I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but just make sure you're supplementing with plenty of nutrients, and then it's a really good way to lose weight. I've had to like buy new jeans, new shirts, and I've dug up all of my old shirts and clothes, and now I can actually wear them again. So that's been nice. So yeah, that's my keto journey, and if you'd like to try, please just give a comment. If you go for a while, let me know how it's going for you. Up until January of this year, I lived in East Hollywood, and right across the street was Scientology. It's the big blue one that you've seen maybe in the Leah Remini series. I could see that big blue Scientology sign from my kitchen. Yeah, not creepy at all. So, anyways, this one time I was walking home, just like home from work, and this Scientology security guy was like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey," I kept walking, and then he said hi again. I was like, "Hi," and then he asked my name if I was. I can't even remember what name he asked, but I said no. He's like, "Oh, you just look a lot like that guy," and I was like, "Oh boy." So if they had mistaken me for someone else who was in Scientology, were they just going to be like, "Come with me. You're going to the torture den," which I think that's only in far away somewhere in the boonies in California. But there were some other creepy moments. Like one time I'm walking by, I see this girl talking to one of the security guys, and it looked like she was in Scientology. Then out of nowhere, like this car like rams up the ramp into the car garage, like like it was an action movie, and it's just oh. And in the time I saw someone getting programmed, that was really creepy. So there was this one girl who was walking along, and beside her is the Scientology teacher, and she's like, "Hey, look at that sign. Look here. Look here. Look at the bush. Look at this." And then the girl would do whatever she said. I'm like, "Oh my God, this is how they indoctrinate and program them." So yeah, and another thing, they all dress in like these, like, oh, I don't want to say nuns, but they're like black outfits, and even when it's like hot out, they're wearing them like suits, and even the women are like in these pants and like very masculine dressed. Um, it's a little, it's obviously it's cult-like because it's a cult. Hello, and then yeah, you've got all wear this clothes and get programmed like that. But the other thing is like when they're walking down the street, they about knock the hell out of you. Like they'll be walking, but their heads like they're just looking straight. They're not looking at you at all. They almost knock into you. They don't say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or maybe once or twice, someone was like, "Oh, almost hit you. I'm sorry," but most of them are like just eyes straight ahead. They don't even look at you. They don't even acknowledge like you're a person. It's creepy. So those are my Scientology experiences. For like, I lived there for about 4 years, and it's like there's eyes everywhere all the time. So if you want to know what it's like living around Scientology, that's what it's like. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Nice to see you. And remember, always be changing.